So you might find some disruption to travel tomorrow, and that's it. Back to Susanna and Bill.
Carol, thank you very much.
Now, if you have been watching celebrities trying to survive in the jungle down under, you may spot some similarities with a new series starting on Channel 4 tonight.
Yes, as with the famous reality show, in this one, contestants are marooned in a remote wilderness and must figure out how to survive. The main difference, though, is that in this series, they're all disabled. And it might seem like reality television. In fact, the whole thing is acted.
It's called Cast-Offs. It's a 6-part series and it features a cast made up almost entirely of disabled actors.
Two of them, Victoria Wright and Tim Gebbels, are with us this morning. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
First, let's see them in a clip from the programme.
I think I'm the first. Surprise!
And as we mentioned, Victoria Wright and Tim Gebbels are with us. Good morning to you both.
Good morning, both of you.
The captions on the screen just sort of kind of explain the whole plot pretty much to us, but it's a very unusual idea, isn't it?
It's very unusual. Obviously, it's kind of in a mock documentary style, but I think anybody watching it will know that it's actually a fictional comedy drama series. We're all acting, we're not playing ourselves at all.
Yes, it comes after a minute or two. You wonder for a bit, don't you, looking at it? But then you would get to realise, I think, that it is a drama.
Yeah, from the first scene, I think, where it turns out that the father of one of the participants is messing about in his wheelchair. You think, perhaps it's not quite as serious as we thought it was going to be.
Yeah. Tell us then how you both came to be involved. Are you both actors?
Yes, I've been acting professionally for about 10 years. So it came along as any other job does, really. I'd heard about it through my agent, and then went to an audition and did things. And then there was another audition. It was quite a process, actually. Then there was a group audition, and they offered me the job.
And what about you, Victoria?
Well, I'm not a professional actress. I actually work for a disabled children's charity. So I found out about Cast-Offs because the casting agency had contacted another charity called Changing Faces that I kind of support, said that they had a role for an actor or an actress with a facial disfigurement. Did they know any actors? And they said, well, not really, but we know somebody who likes talking to the media and likes the sound of her own voice, and her name's Victoria Wright. So I basically went and did an audition in the morning, got the bus back to work. On the way back to work, they rang me up and said, can you come back and do a workshop? Went back, did a workshop, went really well, didn't hear back for a couple of weeks, and they phoned and said, you've got the role. So it was that quick.
Tim, it's a sort of series that really only Channel 4 can do. It's sort of very much their territory, because in one sense it's a drama, and in one sense it's funny, and in the same sense, in another sense, it's got, I'm trying to think, well, what's the message? It makes you confront things, I suppose, really, doesn't it?
I think one of the big intentions about the show is putting a lot of disabled characters on screen in not just small blink and miss type roles, and avoiding the traditional stereotypes that have been around for years, like as a victim or as a hero or
Tragic but brave.
Yes,
evil.
or someone who's wicked. Disability was a metaphor for being evil for years. I'm a little bit. I'm a little bit, but I'm up against as well, aren't I?
You're allowed to be all or any of those things, I suppose. And Victoria, you knew about it because they wanted someone with a facial disfigurement.
Yeah.
Tell us about your own experience.
Well, my experience is quite similar to the character I play. Her name's April. She's a research scientist, so she's far cleverer than I am. And but you know, we obviously have cherubism, because any actor, any character I play will have cherubism.
Tell us about cherubism.
It's a very rare genetic condition that affects the shape of my face. So it's something that I was kind of born with. It didn't start to develop until I was about 4, and then my face got bigger, but it's something that, I'm 30 years old, I'm very used to it. And in the same way April is very used to the way she looks, But like me, she does have people who occasionally stares at her and makes rude comments. I mean, she has, in one scene, a stranger in the street kind of whips out his mobile phone to photograph her, which is something that I've had and something that Kierna, who plays Carrie, has had. But what was so refreshing about being in Cast-Offs was the fact that, yes, it does kind of have scenes about our disabilities and about people's reactions to us, but in a way it's kind of secondary to who the characters are and to the storyline. She's much more than just the face.
Yes, it's about sort of presenting more rounded characters rather than sort of two-dimensionals, which has been what's happened up till now, really.
Let's take a look at the whole gang of you then, discussing dinner plans on day one.
Oh, yes. I've put some pasta on for dinner. Do we have any special dietary requirements? Special dietary requirements?
I'm slightly lactose intolerant. I won't go into details, but cream's a bad idea.
I prefer food prepared by other people.
Imagine blisters and seepage and seeping blisters, you'll get why.
I'm vegetarian.
You're a what?
Vegetarian? What's strange about that?
You're such a meat eater, that's what's strange about that.
I just don't like the idea of eating something that bleeds, that's all.
So you have somebody there who's thalidomide affected, you have somebody who's a paraplegic, Tom, you're blind, you've cherubism, and somebody who's deaf.
That's right, and Kierna, who plays Carrie, has got restricted growth as well.
Yeah, so they've got quite a range there, haven't they? It's quite a balanced group, aren't we?
Tim, you're an actor already. I mean, does it frustrate you the way that very often non-disabled actors play disabled parts? Do you find you can get access to roles that you want to play?
It's better than it was. So, I mean, you do still get disabled actors playing disabled roles, but it's a lot less common than it used to be. So there has been progress. There needs to be a lot more, and I think Cast-Offs will be instrumental in bringing about a lot more progress. But it's better than it was, say, 10 or 20 years ago.
Yeah. It's made a big splash. I mean, a lot of interest in the series.
Yeah, we're in page 13 of, I think it's The Independent today. I've written an article for The Times, which is in tomorrow. It's got a lot of great publicity, and what has been great, it's not just been in the usual papers that you would expect. It's been in Heat, Daily Star. Did I ever think that I would be in the Daily Star? Not in a million years.
I think the Daily Star and the Sun.
And the Sun, not page
yes.
3, but even so, we've still got
shotgun.
very good coverage, although they did portray it as mainly being about bonking, which actually isn't. It's a very, it's serious. It's got a lot of comedy in it. It's great fun.
And quite a lot of bonking.
Yeah, let's face it, there is
Shall we,
bonking.
now, since it's 2 minutes past 9, there are children watching, we'll leave that to one side and say...
We'll draw a discreet veil.
You mentioned it first.
Draw a discreet veil, even a heavy veil.
Lovely to see you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming in. You can see the first episode of Cast-Offs tonight. It's on Channel 4. It's at 11:05.
Time here now, 2 minutes past 9. Anybody who's got teenage children will tell you that they love to push the boundaries, a time when many of them, some of them experiment with drink, some go on to drugs and other forms of risky behaviour.
Playing sport can prevent some teenagers going off the rails. It doesn't, though, appeal to everyone. It seems drama can help too. We sent our reporter Gavin Ramjan to the Intermission Youth Theatre in London to talk to some of the teenagers there to find out how drama can change lives.
Master,